Phillies AA baseball since 1967. Reading is proud to host the longest running affiliation in professional sports.
You are watching FirstEnergy Vision. Enjoy the show.
Don't forget to play the 50-50 tonight and win some money. To play the 50-50, visit the 50-50 kiosk in the plaza or see our roving 50-50 sales reps. The current 50-50 jackpot is displayed at the bottom of FirstEnergy Vision. It's currently up to $350. 50-50 tickets are on sale from now until the 7th inning. We'll announce the 50-50 winner at the end of the 8th inning, and you need not be present to win. Forget your 50-50 tickets now at the 50-50 kiosk in the plaza. Win some serious money and help support Baseball Town Charity Driven for Life to help inner city kids. And Baseball Town Charity 761 Green for kids with physical and developmental challenges.
Back in baseball town for game number 6 of the 6-game set here against the Portland Sea Dogs. Reading leads the series 3-2, and they look to win it out on a getaway day for the Portland Sea Dogs. Move up a little bit in the playoff standings. Right now, they're just 4 games out of the first place Portland, but both Somerset and Hartford sit in front of them. So this is a big game here for Reading as they look to get within 3 of the first place team in a late season playoff push. And a beautiful day here in Reading, Pennsylvania. A little bit overcast, a slight breeze. I know it's raining in Philadelphia. I think we should be okay here. A small chance of a pop-up shower. But honestly, it's made it a beautiful day to sit outside and watch a game. And so we're excited here for some baseball. For myself, Emily Messina, and Alexis Yoder bringing you all the action here from Reading, Pennsylvania. We have a very impressive debut coming today. The number 1 prospect for the Philadelphia Phillies, number 25 overall in MLB pipeline, Andrew Painter, making his AA debut following Mick Abel yesterday, who had arguably one of his best starts of the season. He went 6 innings of just 4 hit ball, 2 runs, both on solo homers, just 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts on 89 offerings. And what I'd like to draw attention to is that 1 walk to 8 strikeouts. He had 89 pitches and only 62 were balls, so just over 20 of those pitches were balls. I talked to Mick after the game. He said he'd rather hang a fastball and see what they can do with it than give them anything free to work with, and that accounted for those 2 solo home runs. But because he doesn't allow a lot of base runners, not much damage is done off of those.
Yeah, and those are the only 2 runs, as you just said, Emily, that he gave up yesterday during that game, but he seemed very in control of all of his stuff. Early on, he found his groove quickly, struck out the last 2 batters of the first inning, and started off the 3rd inning with a K as well. So he wasted no time getting settled in here at AA. We've talked about before how the jump from high A to AA is the biggest one to make if you're going to make progress throughout the system, and it seemed like it was a seamless transition for Abel yesterday, and we'll look to see if Andrew Painter can follow it up with the same thing.
He definitely impressed with his stuff. Heavy fastball usage. First time through the order, topping out at 98, and then mixing in some different offerings later. That changeup coming out the 3rd time through the order. That's what we're going to see probably out of Andrew Painter today. Heavy with the fastball. He's got some high heat too, 98, maybe even triple digits. We'll see out of the gate. And then mixing in a couple of his other pitches throughout the outing. Looking to go 6 if he can. maybe potentially trying to get to 100 innings pitched by the end of the season. He's at 75 1/3 right now, and his last couple of starts have been very seriously quality. He has not allowed a run in 20 innings of work since July 30th, and he's only allowed 1 run in the last 33 2/3. So coming off an impressive outing in Jersey Shore, coming off an impressive season, just a 1.19 ERA combined with Clearwater and Jersey in 17 starts. And as you said, making a huge jump here today.
And I've talked to a couple of the bullpen, starting pitchers before about how these guys have adjusted to coming into this clubhouse here. We talked about before, this is a big jump, and, you're around new guys, but all of them have really said they're ready for this moment. They're very mature no matter what the age next to their name says on the roster. They are ready for this moment. Nick Gable proved it yesterday, and out comes Andrew Painter onto the mound. So excited to see what his transition is like as well.
Painter jumps over the first base line and heads out to the mound here for the singing of the national anthem. We will throw it down, and then we'll be right back here for first pitch in Baseball Town.
And now, please welcome the Reading Buccaneers Banner Brass, who will perform our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Reading Buccaneers Banner Brass. Please welcome the Boy Scouts of America.
Andrew Painter making his Double-A debut here in Baseball Town, the Phillies' #1 pick back in 2021, number 13 overall, jumping 3 levels in the span of 1 season. Getting ready to make his debut, he'll be throwing down to Herbert Iser back behind the plate, Carlos De La Cruz in left, Johan Rojas in center, and Jalen Ortiz in right. McCarthy Tatum over at the hot corner, Madison Stokes stays at shortstop, Wendell Rio at second, and Aldrum Corridor at first. Sean Cassidy calling the balls and strikes back behind the plate today. Jude Corey down the third base line, and the crew chief, Kelvis Velez, will be manning the first base territories. And Summertime by Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy Jeff. The walkout song requested for Andrew Painter, said he didn't get to hear it a lot in Jersey Shore, really wanted to hear it today warming up the heart of summer, and just something to get the crowd going, get himself pumped up here before he starts.
Hey, whatever works. Clearly Mick Abel's selection yesterday really worked in his favor, and we were both up here jamming to it as well.
Gimme, Gimme, Gimme by ABBA for a 21-year-old
Can't go wrong.
is a fun choice. And Andrew Painter, just 19 here, one of the youngest to make his debut here as a pitcher. You see some position players this young, very infrequently, but you do. Freddie Galvis, the last one this young here in Reading. But you want to go back for pitchers, it's Mark Davis, a 19-year-old back in 1980, making his Baseball Town debut. As Andrew Painter throws around the horn, Wilyer Abreu getting the leadoff spot here. David Hamilton pushed to the number 2. Cedon Rafael in the 3-hole, and Steven Scott moves up in that DH spot and cleaning things up. Lefty Wilyer Abreu steps in here. And the first pitch coming in, sent back foul, a strike for Andrew Painter here at 5:16 here in Baseball Town. 85 degrees and about 6 miles an hour wind floating around. Here's the 0-1, shot back foul again. 0-2. 99.
99
We both
and
saw that at
90s.
the same time. Got that adrenaline coursing through his veins. The 0-2 upstairs above the letters will go again. Standing at 6'7" is Andrew Painter. 215 pounds. Looks to hit the outside corner. Cassidy doesn't give him the call, and the crowd already booing the home plate umpire. Here as the count moves 2-2.
And Herbert Iser was ready to go around the horn there, too.
Righty, 2-2. Swing and a miss. First double-A at bat, first strikeout for Andrew Painter as he hits 99 on the radar gun and sits down Wilyer Abreu. There's out number 1. Here's David Hamilton. He's been leading off the entire series. Now he shifts into this 2 spot. Also steps in on the left side here, heavy for Andrew Painter. Looks to hit that corner. Now he gets it from Cassidy, same spot as that first at-bat. So we'll see how this plays out throughout the series.
Great frame by Iser, too.
There's a ball, 1-1. Lights are on here at the ballpark. Clouds overhead just to make sure everything's playable for our defense. As the righty comes home with the 1-1, chopped slowly to second. Wendell Rijo flips to the covering Painter, and there is out number 2. Good agility by Andrew, getting off the rubber quickly and covering the bag. You know, for a guy that's 6'7", he is very athletic out there.
Definitely, and we'll see if he gets any action on the mound like Abel did yesterday. We saw him go vertical all the way up, full extension to make a play, and then flipped it over to Corridor at first base.
2 outs to Zaydan Rafaela, who takes the ball outside. Fightin' Phil's dressed as the Reading Hot Dogs, as they do every Sunday, and I heard Painter was actually pretty excited to wear this jersey out here today. It's the red front with the mustard-capped sleeves and the matching hot dog hat. This is a line drive out to left field going back. De La Cruz on the warning track. He'll make the catch, and a 1-2-3 frame for Andrew Painter as he gets him on 9 pitches, recording his first double-A strikeout. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. Reading due up to bat. The Seidel Auto Group Deck Picnic appeals to both die-hard and casual fans with its summer picnic-like and fun tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in prime home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit Fightins.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Golden Oaks is an award-winning high-end golf club that offers golfers a country club experience without country club prices. With 5 sets of tees, golfers of every skill level will enjoy their game. Golden Oaks has Bogey's Pub, a beautiful pro shop, driving range, and learning center that will make any visit complete. Golden Oaks Golf Club is the perfect venue for private events and golf outings. Visit us for our newly opened golf simulators, complete with its own bar area and Bogey's Pub menu items available. You can stay in our beautifully restored 1850s farmhouse and then play our award-winning championship golf course. Each room includes full amenities, cable television, and quaint rustic decor. While on the premises, visit Bogey's Pub for lunch, dinner, or a relaxing beverage. We're ready to serve you here at Golden Oaks and look forward to the 2022 season.
Heading into the bottom of the first, Andrew Painter set down the side in order on just 10 pitches, and Johan Rojas will start us off. He'll be seeing Thad Ward, who we saw on Tuesday's start, and he takes a first pitch strike. Ward throwing to Steven Scott back behind the plate. Rojas goes the opposite way, a ground ball that gets in the hole on the right side, and a leadoff base hit for the speedster. Puts a runner on with nobody out. Here's Wendell Rijo. Tyler Dearden out in left, Zaydan Rafaela in center, and Wilyer Abreu in right field. Nick Northcutt re-enters the lineup. He's at the hot corner. Hamilton David Hamilton and Cam Cannon, your middle infielders. And Nico Cavanas, in his first week at AA, played a lot over at first. He'll be there today. Here's Wendell Rijo with a runner on and nobody out. Waiting for Rojas to get his little oven mitt sliding glove on down at first.
So interesting.
Got to keep those fingers safe. Nobody likes a jammed finger. Thad Ward coming set. Rijo goes the opposite way. The flip play to second, on to first. It's up above. No tag, no step on the base. And just a fielder's choice there for Rijo. Went to the exact same spot that Rojas did, but this time Cam Cannon was there to make the play. A backhanded flip to the Hamilton at short, but a bad throw at first. And so they replaced the runner on the base pass. Rijo speedy as well, 19 stolen bases. And we'll see if the Fightins are aggressive today as Aldrum Corridor steps to the plate with a runner on and one out.
We'll say Rojas and Rijo now tied at the top of the stolen base statistic, 19 apiece here in AA.
Ball and no strikes here to Corridor. First lefty bat for Thad Ward. Ward has been really solid, a 1.38 here in AA in 3 outings, and one of them against the Fightin' Phils as Aldrum sends his foul. The count evens 1-1. The last time, so back on Tuesday, when Corridor saw Ward, he got 2 hits, one of them being a double and an RBI. So lefty's batting .357 against Thad Ward. Righty's just 161. Fires over to Cavadas, and Rijo dives back in time. No score here, bottom of the first. Ward coming set. Out of the stretch here with a runner on. Aldrum shoves this foul into the 67 club down the third base side. Trickles around the picnic tables.
There's a lot of people packed down in the 67 club, and really a lot of our group area is very, very populated today.
I mean, the pool is always the place to be no matter the weather. Rijo shuffles off the bag at first. Here's the 1-2 to Aldrum. Back foot slider misses. A late jump by Rijo. And the throw by Scott on the right side of the bag, and they get him. And that erases the runners on the base paths. A caught stealing for Wendell Rijo. Puts out number 2 on the board as the count evens 2-2 to Corridor. Just a late jump there by Wendell.
Yeah, it almost looked as if he thought the ball trickled behind the plate.
2-2 chip down the first baseline. Mike Jones, the bench coach, playing over there in the coach's box. Sends the ball into the Savage Auto Group dugout suite down the first baseline. Manager Sean Williams, as always, in the third base coach's box. Corridor takes this deep to left center field. Way back, it's gone! Aldrum, a solo shot, his 10th of the season, puts the Fightin' Phils on the board here, 1-0. That almost smacked the video board.
Yeah, it was very close to it. Bounced up in front of it as well, and what a way to start it with 2 outs and give your young pitcher out on the mound some run support.
Ward just left that upstairs over the plate, and Corridor took advantage of it, sending it to deep left center. Reading leads 1-0 here. And Jalen Ortiz, to continue the inning, steps in on the right side with 2 outs. He takes a swinging strike with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Wide open stance for Jalen for a swinging strike, 0-2. He always keeps that right foot closer to the plate, that left foot a step back, and then when he loads, he puts them together, trying to use his lower half. That's something that hitting coach Tyler Henson has been working on with Jalen and Vito, when we saw it pay off really well for Freesia yesterday with that 3-run home run. I mean, that ball was way gone.
He unloaded on that one and sent it to the back of the deck. There's a couple levels to our deck out in left field, and it nearly smacked the scoreboard that's out there across it.
2 outs on the board. Here's the 0-2 to Ortiz, up and away, and the at-bat continues. Aldrum Corridor's 10th home run of the season gives the Fightin' Phils a 1-0 advantage here in the bottom of the first inning. And outside again goes Thad Ward. So in his outing on Tuesday, 4 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts on 75 pitches. Now he's back to the windup, the 2-2, and he gets Ortiz swinging up and away, 94 on the radar gun. But he gives up a solo shot to Aldrum Corridor, so the Fightin' Phils get on the board first. As we head into the top of the second, they'll give Andrew Painter a little run support.
Hey, psst. Yeah, you want to buy some low-priced groceries? Just follow me into this well-lit Lidl grocery store. Here at Lidl, we buy in bulk and cut down on costs wherever possible. Then we pass the savings on to you. Trust me, everything's done totally legit and above board. Nothing to be worried about. Yep, Lidl's pretty great. It's just your run-of-the-mill grocery store, except with way lower prices. Lidl. Suspiciously low-priced groceries.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Patansis throughout the 2022 season. Visit Alex's convenient website at brgpa.com and search for your perfect home today. His custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and he's there to answer all your questions. Call Alex today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Patansis is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 11 Savage Auto Group Fiesta Friday games during the 2022 season. eXp Realty Group and Alex Patansis, where every move matters. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com. Andrew Painter comes out with 1 run of support as the Fightin' Phils lead 1-0 over the Portland Sea Dogs into the top of the second. He'll see Christian Koss, a swinging strike as he gets 98 on the gun. 10 pitches to get out of the first inning, including his first AA strikeout. Now he comes inside. Count moves to 1-1.
He's moving very quickly out on the mound, too.
Ground ball over to third. McCarthy Tatum across the diamond. And there is out number 1. Here's Steven Scott, the catcher in today's contest. Comes up batting .237 with 32 hits here. Switching off with Eli Marrero in that backstop spot this series, getting about equal playing time. Painter deals down at the knees, and he chips it back foul, 0-1. Middle infielders back deep. Corner infielders playing a bit into the lefty bat, who sends this foul into the parking lot. And the count moves to 1-2. Painter splitting time this season between Clearwater and Jersey Shore. So 2 levels, low A and high A, now making his debut after being added officially to the roster today. Was promoted from Clearwater on June 6th as he gets Scott to chase off speed. And there is out number 2, strikeout number 2 here for Andrew Painter, who is working through these batters quickly. Today we'll see a fastball from him sitting mid-90s, although we really see it up high so far. 97, 99 is where he tops out. We'll have to see how that continues with his pitch count. The curveball upper 70s, slider mid-80s, and then perhaps a changeup later through the order as he sends a first pitch strike. Hitting that curveball down and away, 0-1. Here's the big windup, and he comes back with some heat, 99 inside to Cavadas, who chases 0-2.
Went down to 78 and 79, then back up to 99. Got a lot of movement.
Here's the 0-2. He gets tied up on the inside. A late swing by Cavadas, but he makes contact. Painter up to 75 and a third innings after having just 6 professional innings last year. And he's been able to hold on tight as he misses up and away 1 and 2. I mean, that's a huge jump, especially a high school arm who
He was in high school at this time.
And there's the outside corner. Iser ready to run off the field. And Sean Cassidy has been off and on with that corner, not sure what he wants to do.
I mean, he was literally out of the dirt circle behind the plate, almost onto the grass.
2 outs on the board. 2-2 count here to Nico Cavadas. And there's strike 3. Goes fishing and comes up with nothing on the 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Back-to-back Ks for Andrew Painter to exit the frame. And now we go on to the bottom of the second. Reading leads 1-0.
K Pool and Spa offers a variety of expert services for both in and above ground pools and hot tubs. They provide the service for Pool Pavilion at the FirstEnergy Stadium and keep it clean and maintained throughout the entire season. Based in Reading, Pennsylvania, they've been family owned and operated for 40 years. Turn to K Pool and Spa for the best value and professional service.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider for the R-Phils. International Fireworks shoots all 33 fireworks shows throughout the R-Phils season, including 6 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a retail store in nearby Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin Phils game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next R-Phils game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
Into the bottom of the second, Carlos De La Cruz takes a swinging strike to start it off. Reading leads 1-0 over the Portland Sea Dogs thanks to Aldrum Corridor's solo home run back in the first. And Andrew Painter has been absolutely dominating in his first 2 AA innings. He's recorded 3 strikeouts, allowed no base runners, and just 23 offerings. Here's the 1-1 to De La Cruz. Ground ball left side. Couple hops, Hamilton sends it over to first. And there is out number 1. Here is Herbert Iser.
Catcher number 8, Herbert Iser.
And he was able to get himself on base yesterday as a part, and then scored as a part of Vito Fresia's 3-run home run to start off the scoring in yesterday's contest.
Gets hit by a pitch. And the home plate umpire is going to point him down to first. Reading Fightin Phils will get a leadoff base runner here in the second with just 1 out, as Iser seems okay as he walks gingerly down to first, taking his time to get there. Here's McCarthy Tatum with a runner on. And 1 out. Good crowd here for a Sunday evening. Not a lot of minor league teams play in the evening on Sunday, but Reading pretty much does every week. Just the nature of the community here works better for our fans. Tatum, deep in the hole at short, trying to turn 2 is Hamilton. And they get that double play, 6-4-3 to end the inning. Hamilton starts both of the outs there. And a quick offensive frame for the Fightin Phils. They'll take their 1-0 lead into the third here at America's Classic Ballpark.
The Reading Fightin Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spend time in Baseball Town. Visit rphils.com/programs to check it out.
Our Phillies fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phillies mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkescommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike.
Into the top of the third, Reading leads 1-0 over the Portland Sea Dogs. Andrew Painter has needed just 23 offerings. He's struck out 3 batters so far and has not allowed a base runner. He will see 7 through 9 in the order. Nick Northcutt, Tyler Dearden, and Cam Cannon here, trying to keep this 1-run lead for the Phillies. Yesterday, when I talked to Mick Abel after the game, he said Vito Fresia's home run helped him so much. Gives you that confidence to go back out with just some run support. He said when he was in the dugout watching Vito go up, he was like, this would be a perfect time for a bomb. And then Vito just absolutely tore the cover off the ball.
You could say he manifested it.
We love that for him. First pitch outside for Painter. Second one hits the corner with that slider, 1-1. He repeats his delivery very well. This is a fly ball out to shallow right center. Racing in, Jalen Ortiz slides for it, but it drops in for a base hit. First hit of the game for the Portland Sea Dogs. And they'll have a leadoff base runner, Nick Northcutt, down at first. Here's Tyler Dearden.
I was kind of sent into that no man's land in between center, right field, and then Wendell Reho tracking back to try and make a play on it. And it was Ortiz that slid out, tried to make the grab, but did keep it in front of him, which is important to keep Northcutt put at first base rather than giving him a chance to take second.
And Johan Rojas, good backup there, got to the ball quickly as well. We love the hustle there, trying to help your teammates out as much as they can. Now we saw Thad Ward get a big double play. We'll see if Andrew Painter can turn 2 with 1 pitch. First pitch ball to Dearden. And a swing and a miss as he hits with the fastball, 96. We'll look to see how he keeps this velocity. Trying to work both sides of the plate with that fastball today as he's seeing a lot of lefty batters from the Portland Sea Dogs. Runner on first, nobody out here. Reading leads 1-0 in the third. A beautiful pitch down and away. Iser with the frame, still no call from Sean Cassidy.
Especially if that's the spot you're trying to hit. If you don't get a chase out of it, even if it falls into the zone, it's got to be frustrating.
Comes in at the knees again, you don't get the call. 3-1. Location and spotting, the two big things that Andrew Painter's trying to work on here. He wants to hit exactly where he's going. That's what we saw yesterday with Mick Abel. These guys, they're not just throwers. These guys, it's an art form. It's a craft. As he goes over to first, Northcutt diving back in time. Runner on. Here's a 3-1. That hits the inside corner, and the crowd erupts in cheers for Sean Cassidy.
Not sarcastic at all.
Madison Stokes keeping an eye on second base. Here's the payoff pitch, and he gets strike 3. It's 97 with the fastball, and there is out number 1, strikeout number 4 for Andrew Painter here. Season high, career high, 14. He did that back on April 23rd versus Tampa. He's also had an outing where he had 11 strikeouts and a couple with 9. So if he's hitting his spots, which he is today, he's going to rack up the outs in that way. Some high heat to Cam Cannon, who chases for strike number 1. 118 total strikeouts, leading the entire Phillies minor league system, and he's only 19 years old. And on the flip side, just 23 total walks. Here's the 0-1 that's taken deep to left, but it is way foul. Sends it over to Front Street.
Up there it finally landed. Just a long strike.
And he gets ahead in the count here. 0-2. Northcutt taking a couple steps off of first. Just one stolen base on one attempt this season. Painter out of the stretch here. The 0-2. Below the knees. Iser keeps it in front of him. 1-2. Biggest development for this season is those breaking balls. Slider and curve out of Painter. The changeup they worked on last season, they really haven't touched it that much this season. And he'll trickle it in again later in this ball game as he gets Cannon to foul it back. He'll keep his 1-2 count. Really hitting hard with the fastball first time through the order. He's got a runner on first and one out. Here's the 1-2. And that's strike 3. Caught looking. Cam Cannon. And that's the first caught looking for Andrew Painter as he picks up strikeout number 5 here in just the third inning. Out number 2 as he goes back to the top of the order with Wilyer Abreu.
And Cannon definitely not happy with the call, saying a couple words to Sean Cassidy behind the plate. But it was a great pitch, and he got the call on it.
Here's Abreu from the left side. He was the first strikeout victim for today. His average dropping under the Mendoza line, 192 here, 16 games for AA Portland. Painter turns back behind him, looks at the runner on first. 1-0 is taken up the middle. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Holding up at second is Nick Northcutt as Johan Rojas fires this in. 2 hits in this frame for Andrew Painter. The Arphils lead 1-0 in the top of the third inning. And this is really the first traffic jam we've seen. And we'll see how he performs out of the stretch here with 2 on. He does have 2 outs, but here's David Hamilton again from the left side.
Of course, you have the force out at every bag here.
He looks back at Northcutt on second with 2 outs, both of these guys running on contact. He has the baseball in his right hand behind his back. Now he comes set at the chest, up and away to Hamilton. Still hitting high with that fastball, 96 here, offering at number 39 coming in. Looks back at second, home, back home. Here's the 1-0. Down and away, 2-0. Northcutt led off this inning with a single. Then Painter got back-to-back Ks. Wilyer Abreu went right back up the middle. 2 on and 2 out in the top of the third. Reading leads 1-0 on that Aldrum Corridor home run. Here's the 2-0 from Painter. This is taken up the middle. Playable for Rojas as he makes the catch. And that will retire the side. 2 strikeouts and 2 hits here for Andrew Painter, but he strands them both on the base pass. As we head into the bottom of the third, Reading keeps their 1-0 lead.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Berks Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Berks Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Lidl is a normal grocery store with aisles and shelves and high-quality groceries. But only Lidl has really low prices, like so low they're too good to be true. But true. Lidl, suspiciously low-priced groceries.
Reading leads 1-0 on Aldrum Corridor's solo home run back in the first inning. Andrew Painter has recorded 5 strikeouts. He allowed 2 hits in the third, but he stranded them both on the base pass. So Reading takes their 1-0 lead into the bottom of the third inning. Vito Freesia will lead us off as he fouls back a pitch from Thad Ward. Infield, outfield, back deep. They've seen what Freesia can do in this series. We're just 20 pitches as Vito lines this to right field. Willie Abreu is there. It holds up in the sky just a little bit too long. And the right fielder puts the glove on it. There is out number 1. And here's the number 9 hitter, Madison Stokes, who had that back-to-back home run with Freesia yesterday. Thad Ward selected in the 5th round of the 2018 draft, number 14 on the Red Sox pipeline prospect list. As he comes inside to Madison Stokes, 1-0. And he moved up a little bit, started the season as number 19. Outside, 2-0. Pitched 3 seasons at the University of Central Florida before being drafted. Stokes holds off on a ball down and away, and he's ahead in the count, 3-0 here. Trying to get a base runner on here before we go back to the top of the order. And there's a called strike of the knees on the outside corner. Righty kicks and fires home. Stokes rolls over on it. Hamilton looks to backhand the ball. He bobbles it and can't pick it back up. That's going to go in as an error on the shortstop that allows Madison Stokes to reach, but he hustled out of the box, and Hamilton just didn't have time to even make a play.
Definitely would have been close even if he did get it off cleanly, but wasn't really even hit that hard, just a routine ground ball. He was shaded a little bit to his left, so had to go over, as you said, tried to backhand it. Couldn't make a play on it, and now Fightins have a base runner here with 1 out, top of the order.
Here's Johan Rojas, who singled in his first time up. He goes the opposite way again. Madison Stokes is rounding second. He's going to go for 3. The throw from Abreu off the line, and Rojas is going to take second. Good base running by the Fightin' Phils there as they get 2 in scoring position.
You got to love them being aggressive. Stokes does have a lot of speed on him, too. We know Rojas does, too. Goes the opposite way again. And it's just a slow roller and challenged the throw from the right fielder. And it was offline, so he makes it to third easily.
So 2 in scoring position here with just 1 out. Reading looks to take their 1-0 lead a little bit further. The infield's going to come in here. They're going to try to make a play at the plate as Rijo steps in the righty batter's box. Takes the first pitch up with the letters ball 1. Both of these guys we know very good base runners here. If anything should get past Steven Scott, they're certainly going to try to come home and give Andrew Painter as much run support as they can. Plus looking to take a big series victory over the leading Portland Sea Dogs. Here's a 1-0. This hit to the knees. 1-1. Wendell leading the team in batting average with .259. Been one of the veteran players here on this team all season long. Here's the 1-1. Chopped back up the middle, and that's going to get through. Rojas is racing home, no play at the plate, bobbled by Scott, and Rijo's going to get to second. That drives in 2 runs. And Reading leads 3-0 here, and because they were playing in, there was just no way to get to that ball in time.
It was bounced right up the middle to the left of the second base bag, and Rafaela does make a good play on an attempt to throw at the plate, but it was just offline. And catcher behind the plate, Scott, couldn't field it cleanly to make an attempt at Rijo at second, so everybody's safe.
And it continues with a runner on second and just 1 out here. The RBI guy, Aldrum Corridor, coming up. Leads the team with 52 now after that solo shot in the first, chips it back foul. Infield's going to step back here. Rijo on second, and just 1 out to this lefty bat. Reading leads 3-0. Righty Ward out of the stretch, has the baseball in his glove, right arm dangling down. Now he comes set, finding his grip. He'll look back at second, and he'll come home with the 0-1. This is a ground ball to second. Cannon stops it in his tracks, able to recover and send it over to first for out number 2. And Rijo does take advantage of that ground ball in the right side, and he gets himself to third base. And so Reading has another runner 90 feet from home here with Jalen Ortiz coming up to bat. They lead 3-0. See if they can drive in one more in this frame. Yesterday, all they needed were those 4 runs in the second inning, and they held on as Portland put up 3 unanswered throughout the rest of the game. Jalen takes a swinging strike, 0-1. Reading really good when they get off to that early lead here, especially at home in Baseball Town. When they score first, they are 32-9 here in Reading. Here's the 0-1. Jalen sends it back foul. It bounces off the roof. Infield, outfield, back deep here to the power hitter. 23 doubles, 14 homers. Leads the team in both of those categories and with 90 hits on the season. So a chance to pass that 100 mark. In the right side, Rijo on third, 2 outs. And he takes the ball outside. 94, Thad Ward holding on to that fastball as he reaches 36 offerings here. Fightin' Phils have had 4 hits, the Sea Dogs just 2, and they've capitalized on 1 error to lead 3-0 here in just the bottom of the third. Glove at the waist for Ward, the 1-2. Ortiz pokes it into the right field grandstand. Cavadas gives chase, but it's all the way at the top. Maybe that's 20 rows back or so. Reading has a right field grandstand and a left field grandstand, then a main seating bowl that goes from first to third. They've got 2 group areas, one down the first baseline and one down the third baseline, and a little bit of seating in right and left field respectively. They've got a pool down the right field line and a picnic area down the left field line. Here's the 1-2 with 2 outs up at the helmet territory of Jalen Ortiz, and it's 2-2. No seating in the rest of the outfield. That video board in left center. And the pitch clock and radar gun just to the right of that. A couple ad billboards in right center. That's where the new big building is going to go when we make these off-season renovations. Here's the 2-2. Ortiz rolls over on it up the third base line. It's fair. A good play baked by Northcutt all the way across the diamond. That will end the frame. Fightin' Phils do pick up 2 runs off the bat of Wendell Rijo. They get 2 hits and capitalize on a Portland error. They lead 3-0 as we go into the 4th. Andrew Painter running back out in just a moment.
There you are in the great wide open when you hear it. Dinner time. When you're hungry, you're not going to let 5,000 feet of mountain get in your way. And if they try, that's what Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable SUVs with available all-wheel drive is for. The Telluride, Sorento, Sportage, and Seltos are how you know we take this pretty seriously. The SUVs and the dinner. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Visit kia.com for details. Always drive safely.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Into the 4th inning in Baseball Town, Andrew Painter comes out for his 4th inning of work. Reading leads 3-0 over the Portland Sea Dogs. Painter sees Cedon Rafaela, a first pitch ball, then a second one. Slides down and hits the outside corner, 1-1 to Rafaela. Christian Koss and Steven Scott also due up in this frame. Outside, he checks his swing. The appeal to the first base umpire, Kelvis Velez, and he goes around, and Painter ahead in the count, 1-2. Enters this frame with 42 offerings. The 19-year-old has 5 total strikeouts so far and allowed just 2 hits and no runs here. Looks to keep the Reddings 3-0 lead as he misses outside. The 2-2 popped up the elevator shaft. Wendell Rijo takes a couple steps into right center field and makes the catch. There is out number 1 to start off this inning.
A lot of those pitches in that at-bat dropping into the low to mid-80s and still induces some weak contact on fly ball that just trickled into the outfield grass. Good job by Wendell Rijo, really being vocal on that one. We could hear him from all the way up here.
And you love to see that, a veteran player showing these freshly promoted guys how it's done. Some high heat as Painter goes back up to 98. Christian Koss takes a wild swing for strike number 1. You can see his second time through the order here working in a different couple of pitches, more breaking balls here. A late swing by Koss as he hits 98 again, 0-2.
And a big gasp from the crowd on that first pitch. Love to see them so invested into it. And yesterday, it was a great night here. Harley night, and the fans were very into it.
Here's the 0-2. Upstairs this time, Koss holds off 1-2. A crowd of over 7,000 people here yesterday in Baseball Town. And they weren't just, a group of people, like you said, Alexis. They were very invested in the product on the field. Here's the 1-2 by Painter. Downstairs, 2-2.
I was talking to Mick Abel when he came in this morning, and, he mentioned the crowd last night was great, their energy.
Here's a 2-2, and he gets him to chase. Down and away, Christian Koss comes up with nothing. There is out number 2 here in the 4th, strikeout number 6 for Andrew Painter, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, the energy in Baseball Town here the last couple days, the hype around Andrew Painter and Mick Abel, and Abel said really fed off of that energy from the crowd here in Baseball Town.
On the third base side of the rubber, Andrew Painter comes home to Steven Scott, who punches this into right field. Oh, it's way high at second. And Wendell Rijo bookends the frame with 2 catches. And there are 3 outs for Andrew Painter. Another 1-2-3 frame for the rookie as he sits down the Portland Sea Dogs. Queen Redding takes their 3-0 lead into the bottom of the 4th inning.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Pelletin can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Pelletin for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Pelletin is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2022 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are healthy, safe, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community for animals anywhere by visiting humanepa.org.
This is the Crazy Hot Dog Bender coming to you from the radio booth. When I need to get somewhere in a hurry and the ostrich isn't cutting it, I hop on my Harley Davidson from Classic Harley Davidson. It's your one-stop shop for all your Harley needs. They have everything you need from boots, jackets, t-shirts, gloves, mugs, and oh yeah, they have a great selection of bikes too, which are almost as good on gas as an ostrich. Go to Classic Harley Davidson for everything Harley Davidson, and I'll see you at Harley Night.
Andrew Painter set down the side in order in the top of the 4th, so Reading takes their 3-0 lead into the bottom half. As Thad Ward will see Carlos De La Cruz, a swinging strike to start off this frame. Herbert Iser and McCarthy Tatum also due up. There's a ball, 1-1. Some light stretching going on in Portland's bullpen. Nobody warming for the Fightin' Phils. Should see Painter for the 5th as De La Cruz takes a hefty swinging strike outside.
And Ward's starting to work in some of his off-speed pitches too. He's dropping it into mid-80s, low 80s.
Down and away with that slider. De La Cruz holds off this time. And the count evens 2-2. Righty deals. This is a fly ball into shallow right field. Coming in, Wilyer Abreu tracking it and making the catch for out number 1. Here's Herbert Iser. Thad Ward has played in 4 different levels this season.
Wow.
1.74 ERA and 31 innings pitched. Spent a good portion of the summer on the injured list as Herbert Iser sends this back foul. Tommy John surgery recovery takes quite a bit of time. Clips the inside corner here to the lefty, 0-2. Did that last year on June 3rd, and it's taken him to about August to come really off the injured list as Herbert Iser takes strike 3. And that is a quick at-bat there for out number 2 in the 4th. Strikeout number 2 for Thad Ward. Fightin' Phils lead 3 runs on 4 hits, including Aldrin Corridor's solo shot. Portland no runs on 2 hits, and they did make an error in the field that Reading was able to capitalize on for some runs. Fightin' Phils lead 3-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning.
That just proves the good things that could happen if you just put the ball in play, make solid contact, force the defense to make a play.
Ward cruising, 1-0, gets Tatum to chase. He tries to hold up his swing, but he can't quite. And the count moves to 1-1. Tatum ropes this foul into the left field grandstand. A fan tries to make a barehanded play. He's going to track it down a couple of rows of steps. Don't worry, he keeps that beer completely good in that left hand.
Priorities.
I don't think I saw a drop spill.
Some kids flocking to it as well.
1-2, sharply struck to David Hamilton. Bobbles it. This time he recovers and sends it to Cavadas. Fightin' Phils go down in order. 6 up, 6 down in the 4th inning will take us to the 5th. The Reading Fightin' Phils lead 3-0 over the Portland Sea Dogs.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Wild Missing Family Restaurant and Bakery, Squawk Cafe, Collegeville Italian Bakery Pizzeria, Jimmy G's Railroad House, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, Jersey Mike's Subs, Klinger's on Causonia, and Subway for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners, but don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The Reading Fightin' Phils birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Here's Andrew Painter for the 5th inning as Reading leads 3-0 over the Portland Sea Dogs. The rookie has struck out 6 on 53 pitches. He's only allowed 2 hits so far and no runs across the board. He'll see Nico Cavadas, Nick Northcutt, and Tyler Dearden here. First pitch strike to Cavadas, who struck out swinging his first time up.
checked his swing on that, but it's a called strike anyway.
Righty comes set. Glove at about his face. Now he does a full windup. And the slider back foot, I guess, hits his back foot. He is going to jog down to first. The umpire didn't even point and say it hit him. And Sean's going to come out here and talk to, he doesn't even have to get out to Sean Cassidy before Cassidy pulls Cavadas back. I don't know why he took first. Usually you wait for the umpire to, they aggressively point, oh, it hit you, you take first. And now all the umpire crew is going to come in and meet because manager Chad Epperson isn't happy with the call here. Obviously, somebody's going to be disappointed whatever happens.
Yeah, Sean Cassidy just took a step back, didn't motion at all. Like you said, usually they aggressively point down the line, but Cavadas just tosses his bat aside, doesn't even look.
What's interesting is yesterday, Nico Cavadas was hit by a back foot slider by Mick Abel. And today, I guess just, assuming same situation here. I mean, if it hit him, which not sure it did, he certainly didn't make any effort to move here. And the umpire is going to say that he is awarded first. And now Sean is going to come out here and talk to the crew. Crowd booing the umpires.
And Sean didn't waste any time the first time when Cavadas took a trot down to first base before they convened in the middle of the field. But now he wastes no time coming out the second time again.
Sean always sticks up for his players. He is a fantastic manager. The team gets along with him really well as he gets some words into this umpire crew here. He's not going to get the answer he's looking for, but he's certainly making his feelings known. And this umpire crew has ejected one person, and it was Sean, the third base ump, Jude Corey, back on April 22nd. Man, that was so long ago. So there'll be a runner on first on a hit by pitch. Nobody out here for Nick Northcutt as Andrew Painter sees just his third base runner today out of the stretch, a ball below the knees, 1-0. Northcutt had a single his first time up. This is taken out to left field. Carlos De La Cruz at the warning track. He's able to reach up and make the catch. Cavadas was at second. He's going to have to go back to first. And that is just a long fly ball for out number one.
Really didn't even have to make a jump there, clearly. I mean, De La Cruz, one of the tallest players on this team, so he makes the catch at the wall with ease.
Andrew Painter having an absolutely fantastic season this year, making his third level in just his second professional year. Come home to Tyler Dearden here inside, ball one. People compare him to the seasons that Cole Hamels had in the minors. And Hamels in 232 innings, which was 3 years. He had just a 1.55 ERA. Painter gets Dearden to foul it back for strike one. That's really impressive. That was a number of years ago. Then he made his big league debut in 2006 and pitched well into his 30s. And he was on the younger side.
Definitely.
When he was going through the system. In just 3 years, he moved up very quickly. Painter in his second year. The 1-1 goes off speed, and he gets Dearden to chase 1-2. I mean, Andrew, just 19 years old here, already reaching Double-A. Was the Phillies organizational pitcher of the month back in July, just a 0.46 ERA. Clips the inside corner, strike three. Caught looking Tyler Dearden as he shakes his head going back to the dugout.
I think that was pretty clear cut right down the middle. It fell right into the zone very nicely and not really anything he could do about it.
Coming off the bat at first is Northcutt. He was hit by a pitch to reach. Painter here attacking the zone. Gets Cam Cannon a called strike one. Since that hit by pitch that led off the inning, he's retired 2 batters. He's already had 7 strikeouts here through 4 2/3 innings. No runs on the board for the Sea Dogs as he misses just outside, 1-1. Reading leads 3-0 in the top of the 5th inning. Wide stance for Painter. Now he comes set out of the stretch with a runner on, the 1-1. Misses below the knees, 2-1. Andrew up to just 65 offerings here. There was somebody up for Portland, now there's nobody up, so they're going to let the starters work here. Northcutt off the, Cavadas off the bag at first. This is lined down in left field, and a ropes foul into Portland's bullpen. Reading has the bullpens on the field here, obviously in foul territory, but you can make catches down the right and left field line. Not a ton of room deep at the wall, but still playable, and guys are sitting in a bunch of chairs. They'll scatter like bowling pins if anything comes anywhere near them.
Cause a little bit of commotion down in the Portland bullpen, too.
Cavadas takes the lead off. First 2 outs here, the 2-2. Ground ball deep in the hole at third. Tatum goes for it, but it's foul. Easier play by the bullpen this time. They pick it up and toss it into the stands for a fan.
See that little girl there just pumped her arms like, yes, made a good catch on a foul ball.
It's the best souvenir in all of sports. There's a runner on first with 2 outs here for Painter. Working very well out of the stretch, too. Here's a 2-2, popped up. In foul territory, Tatum giving chase. It's going to end up in that 67 club, parallel to third. And we'll have to go again. Reading leads 3-0. Aldrum Corridor with a solo shot in the first. Wendell Rijo drove in 2 runs in the second. Fightin' Phil's just 4 hits. The Sea Dogs just 2. Cavadas down on first here, led off the frame with a hit by pitch. Here's the 2-2, and this is crushed down to left, but again, it is way foul into the big picnic area.
A couple of long strikes in this at-bat.
Cannon working it for all it's worth. Number 8, offering number 8 of the at-bat. Painter, glove on his left thigh, ball back behind his waist. Time is called by Cam Cannon. He is the number 9 hitter, struck out looking back in the third. Batting just .215. Now he steps back in the righty batter's box. Runner on first, 2 outs. Reading leads by 3 in the top of the 5th. Painter comes set at the chest, looks down and up. Here's the 2-2. Lined foul down the left field side. Again. Number 9. Yesterday, we saw a 13-pitch at-bat. That was a long one. Sal Gazzo took a 15-pitch at-bat back in New Hampshire earlier this season. Painter comes set again. 2-2. Golfed into center field. Rojas, taking a couple steps back, reaches up and makes the catch. After a leadoff hit by pitch, Andrew Painter stays cool, calm, and collected and retires the side, picking up strikeout number 7. As we go into the bottom of the 5th, Reading leads 3-0.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
The time has come for businesses to grow, to prosper, to innovate, to succeed. Tompkins Vist Bank continues to be a leading lender to companies in southeastern Pennsylvania. We make decisions locally and invest locally so local businesses can thrive. Call a business advisor today and see how we can help your business grow. Tompkins Vist Bank, locally focused, a world of possibilities. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Into the bottom of the 5th inning we go here. Andrew Painter has keeping the Portland Sea Dogs quiet. He's allowed just 2 hits and a hit by pitch. No runs on the board, 70 offerings, 7 strikeouts. And now we'll put his team back up to bat in the bottom of the 5th. Reading leads 3-0. Aldrum Corridor a solo shot and Wendell Reho 2 RBI. Stadward will send a first pitch strike to the outside corner. Vito Freesia, the designated hitter in the righty batter's box. Madison Stokes and Johan Rojas also due up in this frame. Ward misses outside 1-1. He's having a pretty good start, just 51 offerings through 4 innings. Made it 4 1/3 back on Tuesday, so probably shooting to get a little bit deeper into the game than that. Here's the 1-1. Freesia holds off on a ball below the knees, 2-1. So Philly, I know, was in a rain delay at one point. Now they are leading 8-7. Big news as Freesia takes another one below the knees. 3-1. Alec Bohm has had 2 home runs in that game, but right now the go-ahead run is Gene Segura's 8th homer, deep to left center, and that is the bottom of the 8th. Here's the 3-1. Shoved to shortstop. Hamilton makes a clean play this time, although the throw is up the line. Cavadas keeps his right foot on the bag, and there is out number 1 here in the 5th. That game, Alexis, started at 1:37. Now, I know they had a little rain delay, but it is 6:15.
Still.
That's insane.
15 runs. That's a pretty decent number. And it's been going back and forth,
and
really.
12 hits on either side, too. Big, big game. Both of these teams.
A lot of weight.
Competing same division. Wonder how many people are still left at CBP as Madison Stokes takes the ball up and away. Now down and away. 2-0. Again, Portland has somebody stretching, doing some arm works in the bullpen. Nobody throwing. Here's the 2-0. Upstairs, 3-0. Clearwater had a 5:30 game, so they're with us at night. Jersey Shore was no hit until the bottom of the 9th inning, and then Luis Garcia had a solo shot. They dropped 2-1, but at least they didn't get no hit. Here's a 3-0 to Madison Stokes. He holds off a 4-pitch walk. We'll put him on base. He's been on base with 2 free passes today. Reached on an error in the 3rd and now a walk here in the 5th. So Reading will have a base runner with 1 out as they go back to the top of the order. Here's Johan Rojas. They lead 3-0. Would love to increase that as much as they can. Lehigh Valley took a big 5-3 win over Buffalo. Jorge Bonifacio and Dalton Guthrie coming up with big doubles, and Josh Akami, his 7th home run up in AAA.
That's great for him.
Former R-Phil this season, one of the nicest players you'll ever meet as Rojas takes a pitch at the knees. He looks down the third base side, gets some signs from manager Sean Williams. Setting up on the outside part of the plate is Scott. He throws over, but Stokes is back very quickly. We're taking a squat. Now he comes set. Glove at the waist. Runner on and 1 out. The 0-1. Rojas sends this foul down the right field line. It's going to end up in that grandstand, bouncing off the red seats. Now he gets back in the righty batter's box with an 0-2 count. Stokes a solid 2-step lead off of first. Cavadas holding him on. Here's the 0-2, and Rojas chases down and away for strike 3. And there's out number 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. Wendell Reho comes up with a runner on and 2 outs. Reho last time batted in 2 runs with his single. Made his way all the way to the 3rd, but the Fightins couldn't get him home. But still a huge AB. So Reading leads 3-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Looks to continue the frame as he takes a ball outside. Chases down and away. As Alexis said earlier, Ward really going to some more off-speed pitch, some more breaking balls here. Was heavy, peppering the fastball the first time through the order. Now he's on number 3, time number 3 through the order, and he's mixing in a couple other pitches. Time is called. just as Ward was about to release. And it is granted as Wendell Rijo steps out of the batter's box. Madison Stokes took a walk. He's down on first. 2 outs here with Rijo in the righty batter's box and a 1-1 count. Again, the pickoff attempt, no good, as Stokes doesn't even have to dive back in. He just takes a couple of steps back. We're really good at repeating his delivery here. You can see that the fastball and the breaking balls come out the same. This is lined into left center field. That's going to drop in. And Wendell Rijo, a second hit of the game. He'll move Madison Stokes into scoring position. There's 2 on and 2 out here for Aldrum Corridor. So what I mean by that is when he releases the ball, his delivery looks the same for both of those kind of pitches. And so it gives the Fightin' Phil's batters less time to react when it's a breaking ball. You know, it comes out of the hands like a fastball. That's what you're thinking. And then at the very last second, a lot of movement on these pitches.
And he dropped it down to 80 on the pitch before that one, and still hovering mid-80s. As you said, he's trying to mix in some of those breaking balls now, 3rd or 4th time through the lineup.
Really relying heavily on the slider here. Pitch clock violation. This is the first of the series. Thad Ward can't even believe it. When the home plate umpire, Sean Cassidy, points at him, he looked behind him. Who are you talking to? He's talking to you. And that's an automatic ball for Thad Ward here. So Corridor ahead in the count. 2 on and 2 out. Reading leads 3-0. They have 5 hits to the Sea Dogs 2. And Corridor takes the ball inside. Now he's ahead 2-0. Madison Stokes walked to reach. Rijo singled. They're on second and first respectively. Out of the stretch here for Thad Ward. The 2-0 hits the inside corner as he goes back to the fastball, 94, so really keeping with the same velocity we started seeing him with. A little bit of a shift on Aldrum. Lefty bat takes one upstairs, 3-1. The shortstop Hamilton ranging back behind second base. And Nick Northcutt really back behind third, so much room on the left side of the infield for Aldrum if he can poke it the opposite way. And Stokes, with 2 outs, is going to be going on contact. Here's the 3-1. Inside ball 4, and that will load the bases. Good frame by Scott, was waiting to get any kind of emotion out of Cassidy, and nothing. A walk, a single, and a walk loads the bases. Stokes, Rijo, and Corridor left to right across the diamond. And here is Jalen Ortiz with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And now we'll see a visit from the pitching coach, Lance Carter.
Sea Dogs starting to get some action down in their bullpen once again.
You know what I do have to say? We have not seen a lot of mound visits in this series. I think because the starting pitching has been absolutely dominant here. I mean, for the Fightin' Phils, aside from the 1 bullpen game they threw on Thursday, they had 6 out of Ski Row. That was a quality start, 2 earned runs. 6 out of Glendow, a quality start, 2 earned runs. Even on the bullpen game, we really didn't see much action. Then we had 5 innings from McGarry, 2 runs, 6 innings from Abel, 2 runs. I mean,
been solid.
Matt
That's
Hockenberry has not had to take many jogs out to the mound. And really, Lance Carter hasn't had to on the opposing side. He'll go back into the dugout. Thad Ward working with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Reading leads 3-0. This is a big moment for Jalen Ortiz here. He's 0 for 2 today. He's come up big a little bit in this series, but Reading looking to break this game wide open. Jalen batting 286 with the bases loaded, and he sends the first pitch back foul on the roof for strike 1.
He does have 2 RBI singles in this series. And tack on a double to that one as well. So he's come up big in this series before, like you said, Emily. And the Phil's certainly hoping he can do that again here.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Jalen shoves this out to center field. Rafaela back, grand slam! Jalen Ortiz makes it 7-0.
We have not seen many grand slams this season.
Touch 'em all, Jalen Ortiz for the 2nd time this season. He goes yard with the bases loaded, points to the sky. And Ward hung that over the plate, and Ortiz took advantage.
That was straight away center field, too. Long gone.
That's exactly what we were talking about.
Exactly.
A big hit, and he came up huge. Reading leads 7-0 now for Andrew Painter. Carlos De La Cruz rolls over David Hamilton. A bobble again. A bad throw to first. It comes out of the glove of Cavadas, and he is going to get his second error of the game. De La Cruz, he didn't charge out of the box. I got to be honest, he did not charge, and he kind of tossed his bat frustrated to the side, but he still ran it out. He ran it out all the way to the first, and he gets on safely because of that. Yes, he was frustrated, but he still went down. Some guys will just, they'll veer off when they know it's an easy play, and clearly it's not for David Hamilton today.
That's why you always run it out, and still putting the ball in play, making the defense work to get that out. And now still have a base runner on with 2 outs.
This is sent back foul. 1-1. Reading doing all of this damage with 2 outs. One swing and a miss. I felt this way on Tuesday, Alexis, when Skiro was throwing. He had such a good outing. Then 2 innings from Betancourt, Clean, and Marconi. Did a great job in the 9th. But Reading had so much hitting going on in that game, too. 8 runs on 12 hits. The 1-2, and he ties up Iser on the inside for strike 3. We're seeing that again today, where both the pitching and hitting are clicking. And it's so much fun to watch for these RFLs. A grand slam by Jalen Ortiz makes it 7-0 here as we go into the 6th. Andrew Painter coming out for another inning of work. Roof Max of West Reading is a safe, easy, proven, and affordable alternative to a complicated and expensive asphalt roof replacement. Roof Max's revolutionary new technology uses natural, plant-based bio-oil to restore shingles flexibility and instantly add 5 years of life to a roof. And treatment is around 20% of the cost of a complete roof replacement. From homes to commercial complexes, Roof Max of West Reading can help. Visit GetRoofMax.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
Here we go into the top of the 6th inning. Andrew Painter comes out now with a 7-0 lead thanks to Jalen Ortiz's grand slam back in the 5th inning. And they put some space between themselves and the Portland Sea Dogs as we merge into the back part of this ball game. Wilyer Abreu, leadoff man, is starting things off in the top of the 6th, takes the ball inside, and then a called strike. Painter 95 with the fastball here. He's only allowed 2 hits and 1 hit by pitch. That's the only base runners. No runs on the board for the Sea Dogs as he misses just inside 2-1. And he's recorded 7 strikeouts here in his Double-A debut. Big cut and miss by Abreu. 95 there. Ticks it up a notch. Infield, outfield, back deep. Abreu 1 for 2 today. Bloops this over to the first baseman. Aldrum Corridor takes a couple steps to his right and puts a glove on it. There is out number 1. From the left side, here's David Hamilton. He's 0 for 2 today. Painter still doing a full windup here. Misses outside, 1-0. Some light stretching going down in the bullpen for the Fightin' Phils. He's up to 76 offerings. This has popped up in foul territory, evening the count at 1. His longest outing of the season, pitch count-wise, was actually his last outing in Jersey Shore when he threw 93 offerings. So we'll have to see how long they allow him out there. This is a fly ball into center field. Johan Rojas going back just in front of the warning track. He'll put a glove on it for out number 2. Innings-wise, Andrew Painter has gone 7 twice, the last time being on August 13th, which was his last outing in Jersey Shore, and he's gone 7 twice back-to-back, and 6 before then. So he's really getting deep into these games. 2 quick outs here in the 6th as Cedon Rafaela pops one foul. Reading leads 7-0 now over the Portland Sea Dogs here. Looking to take this series from the first-place team. Big cut and miss, off speed by Painter, gets him 0-2. 2 quick outs, top of the 6th. The righty deals. This is popped up. Iser looks back, but it's going to come into the stands, bouncing on the steps, and down. There's a fight for the foul ball. And he'll keep his count. 2 outs on the board. The 0-2, just above the letters 1 and 2. And now there's somebody throwing for the Sea Dogs, so we'll have to see who comes in the bottom half. Reading leads 7 runs on 6 hits, no runs on 2 hits for the Sea Dogs. 1-2. This is blooped into right center field. Rafaela, a base hit here, will continue the 6th inning, just the 3rd hit of the game for the Sea Dogs. And he kind of did a full extension with his arms there, reaching out. Almost late to the ball, but able to put it in that Bermuda Triangle in right center. Swing and a miss. Christian Koss starts off his AB with a strike. He's 0 for 2 today. Ground ball to the third baseman and a swinging strikeout. He's got a runner on first and 2 away. Andrew Painter deals down below the knees, 1-1. Coming set out of the stretch, Painter gets him to chase. Still hitting high with that fastball, 96 on the gun, and he gets him 1-2. Here's the 1-2 with 2 outs, and he gets him swinging. 96 again for Andrew Painter. Caps off the frame with his 8th strikeout and strands a runner on first. Through 6 innings, he's held the Portland Sea Dogs scoreless. Reading leads 7-0 onto the bottom half. Offense due up. You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phils game ticket for only $19. No need to visit the concession stand. You can add a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet to any ticket. This selection includes barbecue chicken, barbecue sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, fruit, cookies, and all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL, order online at Fightins.com, or visit the Weidenhammer ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Unlike any other area in FirstEnergy Stadium, the Savage 61 dugout suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, abilities in motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the dugout suite start at $25 and include options to add food and drink packages.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mao Beer and Stockertown Beverage throughout the 2022 season. Mao Beer and Mao's Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Make sure to pick up Mao Beer and Mao's Cinco Estrellas Lager at FirstEnergy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2022 season and through our partner in Stockertown Beverage. Mao Beer will be on site for all of our Fiesta Friday games with samplings of their amazing Cinco Estrellas Lager. Mao Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mao Beer, the 5-star taste and quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
Into the bottom of the 6th inning, Reading leads 7-0 over the Portland Sea Dogs. And they go to the bullpen as Thad Ward hands the ball over to Kyle Hart here. McCarthy Tatum takes a swinging strike. To start off the bottom of the 6th, Vito Fresia and Madison Stokes also due up in this frame. Andrew Painter going 6 strong, striking out 8 and allowing just 3 hits and no runs. He's kept the Fightin' Phils in this game, and they've brought the offense really well today. A solo shot by Aldrim Corridor, Wendell Rijo driving in 2 runs, and then Jalen Ortiz's grand slam, bringing in another 4 back in the 5th. McCarthy Tatum sends this down the right field line, covering a lot of ground is Abreu, but it drops foul in the Fightin' Phils bullpen. That is just a very long strike. Gets back in the righty batter's box. The lefty Kyle Hart has him down 0-2. And he takes the ball below the knees. Infield, outfield, back deep here. The lefty kicks and fires inside to McCarthy Tatum, 2-2. Reading has had a base runner in every frame but 1 so far. Looking to keep that going. No lead is too big, in my opinion, but they lead 7-0 right now, and that's pretty solid as McCarthy Tatum clubs this deep to left field. And that is into the deck. A solo shot for Tatum here makes it 8-0. Second long ball in Double-A as he rounds the bases. 3rd home run of the game for the R-Phils. And here's Vito Fresia. Nobody on, but nobody out. He had a home run in yesterday's contest. It's a good day to be a Fightin' Phil. They lead 8-0 in the back part of this ball game. Fresia pops this up into right center field. Abreu coming over. He'll make the catch on the run. And there is out number 1 for Madison Stokes. And McCarthy Tatum's home run was number 100 for the team this season. They had 65 in the first half. Now 35 here in the second half. Pretty exciting. Lefty on righty matchup as Stokes takes a swinging strike. He's been on base twice today, an error and a walk. This is popped up right side. Cavada's giving chase, and it's just on the other side of the cattle herder, bouncing off the top of the dugout. to check in on our Phils now. They were leading 8-7 in the 8th inning. Oh, my God, the Mets are on top 10-8. Bottom 9, but they're threatening. Hart misses inside, 1-2. They've got first and second, nobody out. Bryson Stott is up. That'd be a fun walk-off at CBP after a 30-hit, 18-run game. I guess they'd have to get more than 18 runs. Stokes takes one outside. The count evens 2-2. And a game that started at 1:37 p.m. No clock in baseball. I mean, we have a pitch clock, but they don't. One out on the board here, bottom 6. The 2-2 to Madison Stokes, and he goes down swinging. Kind of loses his footing there in the dirt. And there is out number 2 here in the 6th as we go back to the top of the order. Here is Johan Rojas. Final line coming in on starter Thad Ward. 5 innings of work, 6 hits, 7 runs. Only 5 of them earned because there was 2 errors in the field, both by shortstop Hamilton. 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. 77 pitches. Did allow 2 homers. 1 to Corridor and the grand slam to Jalen Ortiz. And now McCarthy Tatum has a solo shot of his own in the bottom of the 6th. The Fightin' Phils 8 runs on 7 hits. No runs on 3 hits for the Portland Sea Dogs. First pitch strike to Johan Rojas. He's 2 for 3 today. Takes a ball inside, checks his swing, and they say he goes around. Crowd not happy with the umpire crew here. It's good. They'll do the dirty work for us. Way outside, Rojas holds off, and the count moves to 1-2 here. After this, Reading will stay put at FirstEnergy Stadium. Another 6-game series on tap against the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. That's the Mets AA affiliate. Here's the 1-2, tied up on the inside, and Rojas goes down swinging. That will end the frame, but a solo shot by McCarthy Tatum makes it 8-0 Reading. On to the 7th inning here in Baseball Town. We'll take a break and then be right back for some more action.
Gear up for Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at FirstEnergy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear. Plus, throwback, black, R-Train, R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The sound of an ice-cold Corona is music to my ears. Oh, run that back. Dope. Now drop that beat. And hit me with the hook, player. Hey, whatever you do with your fine life, just do you, player. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Into the top of the 7th, Reading leads 8-0 over the Portland Sea Dogs, and Andrew Painter's day is done after 6 innings of shutout ball. He'll hand the ball over to Tyler McKay out of the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen. Steven Scott takes the first pitch ball, then he fouls one back. Nico Cavadas and Nick Northcutt also due up. There's a called strike to Scott. He's 0 for 2 today. First time, of course, anyone seeing Tyler McKay here. Did pitch earlier in this series. 2 innings of shutout ball as he gets Scott to foul it back. Just walked a batter and struck out 2 on 29 pitches, so a very solid outing. Infield, outfield, back deep, a comfortable 8-run lead. Still a lot of baseball left to go here in Reading as Tyler misses outside 2-2. Fightin Phils have had 3 home runs in this game. Corridor and Tatum solo shots and a grand slam by Jalen Ortiz. This is a line drive back to Jalen Ortiz. Just makes one small move and puts his glove in the air and makes the catch for out number 1. Here's Nico Cavadas. Cavadas from the left side takes a ball, not getting that call to the lefties on the outside corner. And so it's ball 1. Outside again by McKay, 2-0. Nico Cavadas was hit by a pitch his last time up, represents just 1 of 4 base runners allowed. And there is ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk. And he'll go down to first for the second time today. Last time he didn't make it further than there. And looking to keep it the same way this time. From the right side, it's Nick Northcutt, represents 1 of just 3 hits for the Portland Sea Dogs today. This is a ground ball to the right side. 4-6-3. Tyler McKay picks up a big double play, and he sits down the Sea Dogs facing the minimum. On to the bottom of the 7th we go. Reading leads 8-0. Beautiful stretch time here at FirstEnergy Stadium as Reading takes a 8-0 lead into the bottom of the 7th. Tyler McKay came out, pitched a clean frame courtesy of a double play. And now Wendell Rijo will lead us off. Ground ball to the first baseman. He's going to make the play unassisted here. 1 pitch, 1 out to start off the bottom of the 7th. Here's Aldrum Corridor. Corridor, a solo shot in the first, walked and scored a run on Ortiz's grand slam. Lefty kicks and fires to the lefty batter inside, but it's a called strike. Rio Gomez entering the game, so they just give Hart 1 inning of work. He allowed that solo shot to McCarthy Tatum. No walks and 2 strikeouts on just 16 pitches. We saw Gomez earlier in the series got roughed up a little bit, but he's got 1 out on the board and an 0-2 count here to Aldrum Corridor. And there's a called strike 3. Clips that outside corner that's gone back and forth for Sean Cassidy back behind the plate today. And Corridor down on strikes. There is out number 2 here in the 7th. Jalen Ortiz due up. Big grand slam in the last AB. If you're going to have 1 hit in the day, that's a good one to have, I think. Reading scoring the majority of their runs here on homers, 3 today. Aldrum Corridor and McCarthy Tatum solo shots, and of course Ortiz's grand slam, and then 2 RBIs coming off a single by Wendell Rijo. They've scored in 4 of 6 innings so far. Jalen takes the ball and then a called strike at the knees, 1-1. Chips it back, foul, 1-2. 2 quick outs here for Gomez. In the bottom of the 7th, the Phils lead 8 runs on 7 hits, just 3 runs for the Portland Sea Dogs. They've made 2 errors in the field. Phillies get within 1 run of the New York Mets, but they end up falling 10-9 at home at Citizens Bank Park. As Ortiz holds off on a ball outside, 2-2. It was a hard-fought battle, back and forth contest the entire game. Alec Boehm, 2 home runs. Gene Segura, a long ball as well. That's a tough loss for the Phillies. Here's the 2-2, and Ortiz goes down swinging. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Rio Gomez as he sits down the side in order. On to the 8th inning. Reading leads 8-0.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus, 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phil's mascot band. Regular season tickets are $31 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. J.P. Mascaro & Sons, a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands brought on by the pandemic, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, M-A-S-C-A-R-O, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com. Taylor Lehman enters the game out of the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen. Here to pitch the 8th inning. The lefty will see Tyler Dearden, Cam Cannon, and the top of the order in Wilyer Abreu. Reading leads 8-0 over the Portland Sea Dogs on a Sunday getaway day. They will return back to Maine for a 6-game set against the Hartford Yard Goats, which is big in the playoff race. Reading will stay put at home with 6 games against the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Lehman gets a first pitch fouled back by Dearden. Tyler McKay, 1 inning of work. Nothing across, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Picked up a big double play. Needed just 11 pitches. And Andrew Painter, 6 innings of work, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 8 strikeouts. They left him out there for 87 offerings. Lehman 1-1 into Dearden, up and in, 2-1. Fightin' Phils have led 8-0. They've scored in 4 out of 7 runs so far, using 3 long balls, including a Jalen Ortiz grand slam today. It has carried them through this game. It's a beautiful thing when the pitching and the hitting and the defense connect. Chip to second. Wendell Rijo goes to a knee. It goes behind him, though. And safe at first is Tyler Dearden, an error on the second baseman. Puts a runner on. Nobody out. Here is Wilyer Abreu. See if Lehman can get that double play ball that Tyler McKay did. Chipped over to third on 2 hops. McCarthy Tatum to Wendell Rijo on to first, and they turn 2. Manifesting that double play erases the error on the base pass. 5-4-3 in your scorebooks if you're following along with us. 2 outs, nobody on the base pass, and back to the top of the order with Wilyer Abreu. Abreu steps in on the left side, takes a called strike. Oh, and 2 here from Lehman, and just a piece of it gotten by Wilyer Abreu. With 2 outs on the board, the 0-2, Lehman misses down and away. 1-2. The 1-2, chopped back foul, will go again. Reading 8 runs on 7 hits, capitalizing on 2 errors by the Portland Sea Dogs, who have no runs on 3 hits. Infield, outfield, back deep. Here's the 1-2 by the lefty, chipped back again by Abreu. Bounces off the roof, down into the stands, and a good catch by a fan who gets the cheers of the crowd. He's looking for a little kid to give it to. Lefty comes set at the waist. Here's the 1-2 with 2 outs, and it gets him swinging. A 92-mile-an-hour fastball. And Taylor Lehman caps off the frame with the strikeout. Through 8, the Fightin' Phils have held the Portland Sea Dogs scoreless, 8-0 into the bottom half. The R Phils due up. leads 8-0 here as we enter the bottom of the 8th inning. It'll be Carlos De La Cruz, Herbert Iser, and McCarthy Tatum due up in this frame. Rio Gomez stays in on the mound, but he'll be throwing to a different catcher as Oscar Rangel enters back behind the dish. First time we've seen Rangel all series long. The lefty Gomez, a 1-2-3 frame in the 7th on 9 pitches, 2 strikeouts. De La sends this foul back into the stands. Deep in the hole, left side, it gets through. De La Cruz. A big single to start off this 8th inning. And Fightin's get a runner on to start things off. Herbert Iser stepping up. On the left side here, southpaw matchup. Gomez looks over at first. Now he comes below the knees. 1-0. Iser 0 for 2 today. A pair of strikeouts, was hit by a pitch. This is chipped back off the bat, foul. Runner on first, nobody out here, bottom 8. Fightins have been dominating this game. Inside, Iser takes. 2-1. How is that a called strike? And the outside corner, he gets Iser, and he hasn't been calling that a strike this entire time. That outside corner. Didn't give it to Painter at all. Now he clips, and it's 2-2. Iser takes a swing on that one, poking it back foul. He's not going to let that outside corner get him again. And the count stays 2-2. Runner on first. Caught looking inside corner, strike 3. Iser gets some words into Sean Cassidy, throws up those "what do you mean" hands as he heads back to the dugout. He'll take out number 1 with him. Here's McCarthy Tatum with De La Cruz down on first and 1 out. The Phils lead 8-0 here. Tatum had that 8th run back in the 6th with a solo shot. This is sent back foul into the stands, and Tatum down 0-2. De La Cruz single to start off this frame. He's really not taking much of a lead at first. Tatum rolls over on this, deep in the hole at short. 6-4-3 double play. And that's the most impressive play we've seen out of Hamilton this entire series. As they turn 2. And that will end the inning. The Fightin' Phils pick up a hit. But they end up facing the minimum onto the top of the 9th with an 8-run lead. And McKinley Moore will come in for the final 3 outs.
McKinley Moore on to try and close this game out for the Reading Fightin' Phils as they lead 8-0 in the top of the 9th inning. David Hamilton will lead things off for the Sea Dogs. He'll be followed by Sadon Rafaela and Steven Scott. Or Christian Koss, excuse me. As David Hamilton fouls one back, evens the count 1-1. So today, Andrew Painter made his Double-A debut, pitched 6 scoreless innings, and then Tyler McKay, Taylor Lehman each hurled a scoreless frame of work, and now McKinley Moore on to try and close this out, hurls a ball over the head of Hamilton, and he'll be down in the count 2-1 here. Nobody out, top of the 9th inning. The R-Phils lead 8 runs on 8 hits. Sea Dogs 3 hits, but nothing to show for them as they have 0 runs across here in this contest. The R-Phils up 3-2 in this series. Took a big win last night. Now Sean Williams and our trainer Andy Dodgson out to the mound to talk to McKinley Moore. The whole infield coming in. Home plate umpire Sean Cassidy coming out as well to check on McKinley Moore. So the previous pitch sailed over the head of David Hamilton, had to duck out of the way of it, and now looks like they're out taking a look at McKinley Moore to make sure he's okay here to keep going in this 9th inning. So he's going to step up back onto the mound. Probably going to try and throw a couple pitches here before we continue on here with the rest of the 9th inning. A whole infield in. Sean Williams and Andy, our trainer. McKinley sails this one over the head of catcher Herbert Iser, and it looks like he's going to be done here after throwing just 3 pitches to Hamilton. The count 2-1. So last pitch of the at-bat sailed over the head of Hamilton. Now McKinley Moore will exit, go back to the clubhouse for the remainder of this game. He's escorted by the trainer, and it looks like Trevor Betancourt coming in for the R-Phils to take over for Moore and finish out this game. We'll allow him some time to warm up, and we'll be back here for the rest of the 9th inning. Trevor Betancourt just finishing up his warm-up pitches. We'll get a substance check from third base umpire Jude Corey before we get things rolling again here in the top of the 9th inning. Betancourt, we've seen him twice already in this series. Didn't give up a run in any of the 3 frames he pitched. Just 1 hit against the Sea Dogs here, and he'll come out to try and close out this game for the Fightin' Phils. If you were just tuning in with us before this break, McKinley Moore came out to pitch the 9th inning through just 3 pitches before he exited the game. And we'll turn things over to Betancourt here. He gives a third ball of this at-bat, 3-1 the count. And this one falls into the zone for a strike. And now the count is full to David Hamilton. Leading off this inning, he's 0 for 3 today. So he's batting in the 2 spot. Flew out to center field twice and grounded out to second in his first at-bat. Time is called here by Hamilton. It is granted. He'll step out, step back in. Get ready for this payoff pitch here from Trevor Betancourt, who leans over. Now he comes set, glove up at his chest, brings it down. Here comes the pitch. This one is roped into right field. That'll drop in for a base hit. So the Sea Dogs will have 1 runner aboard here with nobody out in the top of the 9th inning. And up comes Cedon Rafaela. He is 1 for 3 today. Had a single back in the 6th inning, but Sea Dogs still nothing to show for any of the base runners they've had on today. Rafaela steps in, takes a first pitch ball from Betancourt. It's down low, back foot pitch. Hits at 88 on the gun here. Betancourt leans over, checks over at first base at Hamilton. Coming set at the chest. The 1-0 pitch fouled down the first base line. Count will even at 1-1. The Phils lead 8-0 here in the top of the 9th. 4 of those runs coming on a grand slam by Jalen Ortiz. That came back in the 5th inning. Now the Phils hoping to hold on to that lead here. This one down in the zone, but it won't fall in. It'll be 2-1 to Rafaela. Betancourt getting the sign from Iser back behind the plate. Infield back deep, except for Corder, who's holding Hamilton on at first base. He takes his lead. Shuffles off. This one's grounded to third base. Tatum over to second to Wendell Rijo. They get the out at second. They get the lead runner, but Rafaela does get to first base. However, the important thing, they do get the lead runner. McCarthy picking up a ball very close to the line, able to fire over to second baseman Wendell Rijo for out number 1. So still a runner aboard. Rafaela at first base. Grounded into a fielder's choice, but he is safe. Betancourt still working with a runner on here out of the stretch. Christian Koss now up to bat. He'll take a first pitch strike at the knees. An 0-1 the count. Double play still in order here. Infield back deep once again, except for Corder, holding on the runner first base. This one's popped up down the right field line. Corridor, Wendell Rijo giving chase. He'll catch it in foul territory for out number 2. Tracking over from second base territory over into foul territory down the first base line to make the catch. The Sea Dogs down to their final out in this frame. And it'll be Oscar Rangel, the catcher, at the plate, actually. For the Sea Dogs, he'll take a first pitch strike in the zone from Betancourt. And Corder not holding the runner on at first base in Rafaela. Will still take a lead off. This is grounded, right side, Rijo over to Corder, underhand flip, and that's the ball game here. The Phils do allow a base runner, but they get out of the jam to close out this game. They win 8-0 and take a 4-2 series victory over the Portland Sea Dogs, who do lead the Eastern League in this second half, but the R Phils cutting into their deficit in the standings, in the playoff chase for that last playoff spot in the second half. And they got a little bit closer here today as they take an 8-0 victory over the Portland Sea Dogs. Andrew Painter perfect in his first AA start. 6 innings pitched, no runs given up, just 3 hits. And he, the second pitcher on the R-Phil staff to make their AA debut. He's following up Mick Abel from yesterday. Both of them excellent here in Baseball Town in their first starts. Both quality starts thrown by the 2 righties. And the R-Phils clicking on both sides of the ball today to close out this victory, 8-0. We're going to be back home here again this week in Baseball Town. Back-to-back homestands. We'll start on Tuesday against the Binghamton Rumble Ponies, 7 o'clock here inside FirstEnergy Stadium. That's going to do it for our broadcast here today. For Emily Messina, I'm Alexis Yoder. Thank you for tuning in and have a great